I thought I was following an ordinary shepherd, a young boy from Bethlehem.
Someone most people would never notice. But I was wrong, because that shepherd, he was someone history would never forget. And I was there before anyone knew his name, before the giant, before the battlefield, before Israel called him a hero. Being a shepherd wasn't glamorous. There were long days, cold nights, wild animals. No sword, just a shepherd, and the tools he had carried for years.
So this is the wilderness of Bethlehem, guys. And look, there's David. David was already becoming a warrior. Then one day, everything changed.
Dusty from the fields, probably confused about why everyone was waiting for him, Samuel looked at him. And then God spoke to Samuel.
The prophet looked at him, and then God spoke to the prophet. The youngest one was chosen. The prophet took the horn of oil. I was standing there watching it happen. Nobody cheered. There was no army, no throne, no crown.
David simply went back to the sheep. But from that moment, his life was no longer ordinary.
But something had changed. His mind was troubled. His servants searched for someone who could play music. Think about that. The shepherd from Bethlehem was about to enter the palace. I followed him there. Think about that. The shepherd from Bethlehem was about to enter the palace. I followed him there. Servants, soldiers, and sitting there was the king. The young shepherd began to play his harp. The music filled the room.
And slowly, Saul became calmer. David didn't know it yet.
But he didn't become arrogant. He didn't abandon his responsibilities. He went back to the sheep. That's one of the things that surprised me most.
He had been anointed. He had entered the king's palace. He had served the king himself. And yet,
he still returned to the wilderness.
He wasn't training for Goliath specifically. He was simply being faithful with what was in front of him, day after day.
So David left Bethlehem. I followed him. The road stretched through the hills. Eventually, we began hearing something.
He was enormous. His armor covered his body. A helmet protected his head. A shield bearer walked in front of him.
And in his hand was a spear. But it wasn't just his size that terrified everyone. It was what he was
saying every morning and every evening. He demanded that someone fight him.
One man!
Against one man. Winner takes everything. But Israel's soldiers were terrified. Even Saul, the king, didn't step forward. David looked around. He couldn't understand it.
He asked the soldiers, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?" People looked at him like he was crazy. His own brother became angry.
Why have you come down here? But David wasn't interested in arguing. He was interested in one thing.
He asked the soldiers, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God?" People looked at him like he was crazy. His own brother became angry.
Look at this shepherd. He is just a boy. Why have you come down here?
David didn't become brave when he saw Goliath. Goliath simply revealed the courage God had already built inside him.